My dear students of class 10, dear student, I am Rajendra, teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar, Gorakhpur. My dear student, you have learned so many things about the chapter first, that is the life process. And in life process, you have learned about nutrition, you have learned about respiration, transportation, and excretion from chapter 1. And now, my dear student, let us see the summary of your learning. So, you have learned already these things that is taken from the NCERT. That movement of the various types can be the taken in an indication of life. Now, the maintenance of the life require processes like nutrition, respiration, material within the body, and excretion of the waste product. Autotrophic nutrition involves in intake of the simple inorganic matter material from the environment and using an external source of energy like sun to synthesize the common high energy organic material. Dear students, the heterotrophic nutrition involves the intake of complex material prepared by the autotrophic organisms. Dear students, in human, in human being, the food eaten is broken down by various steps along alimentary canal, and the digested food is absorbed in the small intestine to be uh, to all cells in the body. Dear student, during the process of the respiration, complex organic compounds such as the glucose are broken down to provide energy in the form of ATP. ATP is used to produce energy for the reactions in the cell. This respiration may be the aerobic or anaerobic. Aerobic respiration make more available to organisms. In human being, the transport of the materials such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, and excretory product is a function of the circulatory system. The circulatory system consists of the heart, blood, and blood vessels. Dear student, in high differentiated plants, transport of water, minerals, food, and other is a function of the vascular tissue, which consists of xylem and phloem. So, my dear students, this is the summary. This is the summary which you have already learned, this summary. And now, now come on the next page, and that page will be available to you as the some more summary, and some more summary is like some more summary that is like this excretory products in the form of the soluble nitrogen compounds are removed by the nephrons in the kidneys. Plants use a variety of the techniques to get rid of the waste material. For example, waste material may be stored in the cell vacuole or an gum and removed in the falling leaves are excreted into the surrounding soil. So, dear student, this is the summary of the chapter that is given in the NCERT book, as you have already studied in detail from your side book. But you should now come to the NCERT exercises that is given in the last of the chapter, and come to the first, that is the MCQ. So, students, the first question, that is the kidney in human being are a part of the system for excretion. Now come to second question. The xylem in plants are responsible for and answer will be the transport of water. Now come to third question. The autotrophic mode of nutrition require carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, and sunlight. It means the answer will be the all of above. Now come to the breakdown of the pyruvate to give carbon dioxide, water, energy in takes place in mitochondria. Oxidation of pyruvate takes place in mitochondria. Dear student, now come to the some short questions, and the questions are: how are the fat digested in our body? Where does this process take place? My dear student, as you know, the first of all, fat large molecules of fat get emulsified into the small globules of the fat by the bile juice in the small intestine, and later on the lipase digest the small globules of the fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Furthermore, the glycerol get converted into the glyceride and cholesterol, and it takes place in the small intestine. My dear student, come to the next question, that is what is the role of the saliva in the digestion of food? So dear student, answering this question, the role of the saliva. So mark this. The role of the saliva is to produce the salivary amylase, which is responsible for the first digestion of the carbohydrate inside the mouth cavity, and the secretion of the lysozyme to maintain the pH of the mouth cavity. Dear students, come to the next question, that is what are the necessary conditions for the autotrophic nutrition, and what are the products? So my dear students, the necessary conditions for the autotrophic nutrition is to availability of the sunlight, availability of the carbon dioxide and water along with in the daytime, and that has to be taken care by the chlorophyll. So these are the necessary conditions that is for the autotrophic nutrition. So my dear students, you are exercising so many questions here in the form of the NCERT exercises. And now let us have a fast look on the other questions. What are the difference between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Organisms that use the anaerobic mode of respiration. My dear student, as you know, the difference between the aerobic and anaerobic respiration is aerobic respiration is performed in the presence of the oxygen, while anaerobic respiration is completed in the absence of the oxygen. Aerobic respiration produce the high amount of the energy, that is 38 ATP. That is 38 ATP, while this anaerobic respiration, this one, it produce only 2 ATP. 2 ATP. So dear student, the anaerobic respiration is like fermentation, formation of ethanol in the yeast, and carbon dioxide and 2 ATP energy will be released from the oxidation or from the conversion of the pyruvic acid in the cytoplasm itself. And second case is the lactic acid formation in the muscular cells, the formation of lactate fermentation, formation of the lactic acid in the muscular cells. So this is the another type of the anaerobic respiration, dear students. And further, next question, that you have a fast look on this question, and that question is how are the alveoli designed to maximize the exchange of the gases? My dear student, alveoli are the last point unit of the lung, and these alveoli are the small air sacs that are present at the top of the bronchi. top of the bronchioles. So every bronchioles are having so many alveoli, and these alveoli are the small air sacs, and it increases the surface area of the exchange of the gases. It can be represented by the diagram also. If you represent the diagram will be like this. Suppose these are the bronchi, then bronchiole, and then after bronchioles, small alveoli are there in the form of air sacs, that in the form of air sacs like this. So these alveoli are increasing the surface area of the lung. Question number 10. What would be the consequence of deficiency of hemoglobin in your body? The consequences of the hemoglobin, if it get deficient, then there will be the less amount of oxygen will be transported in the body, and less amount of carbon dioxide will be carried out in the body, and because of it the body physiology gets disturbed, and there will be the another type of the problem that can be carried out. Dear student, have a smart look on the other question. Describe double circulation. My dear student, double circulation means the number one, that is the pulmonary circulation, that is carried out by the heart to lung, and second is the systemic circulation, that is carried out by the heart in the to the different parts of the body. So this is called double circulation. So heart twice circulates the blood in the lungs as well as in the system. Now have a fast look on this question number 12. What are the differences between the transport of material in xylem and phloem? My dear student, the xylem transport the water and minerals unidirectionally, only upwards, while phloem translocate the food in both the sides, and the xylem transport food, that is manufactured food. Phloem transport food, that is manufactured food, and it translocate, while the xylem perform the function of transpiration and unidirectional transport of the water and minerals. Now question number 13. Compare the function of alveoli in the lung and nephron in the kidney in respect to the structure and function. My dear student, alveoli are the extension of the lungs, extension of the surface area to maximize the gaseous exchange in the lung, while in nephron are also to increase the surface area for the excretion, so that large amount of blood has to be purified in the kidney. So my dear students, these are the questions, and you must remember these questions. You must learn these questions, because these questions are important as far as your examination is concerned. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you. Have a good day.